Now's the time to start journaling. Now, I know when I say the word journaling, a lot of people think of keeping a diary, and this sort of idea of what journaling is throws people off actually sort of starting to explore it and use it. But what it is a really powerful tool that we can use to help ourselves. Now, we could be feeling stressed from day to day living. We can be finding it hard with, personal life, work life, family life, social life, whatever's going on. There can be difficulties in that. And often what can happen is this starts to float around in our head, all these things going on at one time, and we really struggle to be able to sort of get a hold of it. And so we feel this overwhelm, and I'm sure you felt it too, this sense of overwhelm where there's too much going on in our head and we just don't know what to do. Well, one of the things that you can do is actually journal and write this onto paper. When you have all these emotions and these challenges and these experiences that are going on in your life, you can turn to the pen and paper and write those. And what's so powerful about this is not only is there just something special about writing with a pen on paper, it feels like a release, but it allows us to express our emotions, not only to write them down, to write down what we're feeling, the situations we're facing in life and get an order of them, but it allows us to release the emotions that are associated with these experiences. So if you've had, someone cut you up on the road or someone yelled at you or, whatever happened, you can write this down. You say, I felt really off today when this person did that, or it made me feel this way, or just whatever it may be. You can use this experience to go over what you're feeling and to actually express and release. And if it's frustration, you write and you can release that frustration. If it's emotion, you can write and cry, and you can, or if it's joy, you can just be beaming and sharing these experiences and writing them down. And, we're not always going to have the opportunity to talk to people, to share emotions through that way. And doing it on a pad of paper with a pen is also a different, completely different experience. And we're meant to express our emotions. We need to. It's really healthy for us. But so often we don't find outlets, and this is a really healthy, really sort of safe outlet for us to use. And if we don't express our emotions, I'll talk about this in another video, but just to touch on it, it can have impact on our long-term health. For example, stress and not addressing the sort of chemicals associated with stress, those hormones, can lead to long-term impact on our health. So emotions are really healthy to release, and if we don't address or deal with our emotions, what can happen is they become autonomous and they pop up in different parts of our lives. So it just really allows us to release and express the emotions and what we're feeling. And the other thing it does, this is incredible, it brings more awareness to our lives. When you start to journal and write, and it doesn't have to be daily, it could literally be when you feel the need to, maybe if it could be in times when you're feeling down, feeling low, feeling like something negative's happened. It can also be in times of positivity. But when you start to do that and you do it consistently, what it starts to create is awareness. You might start to see, as you write and you reflect, patterns that are appearing in your life, patterns that continue to happen and have for a couple of weeks, months, maybe even years. And when we become aware of something, we can start to explore it and even start to address it. So when you're writing in your journal, when you're putting out these emotions, these feelings, these experiences that you're having, you will start to recognize and pick up familiar patterns. And then you can take that and empower yourself and start to change those behaviors, those patterns, and change your life. So that is the power of journaling. That is the power of putting pen to paper. And it allows you to release, it allows you to express, and it also allows you to gain a greater awareness. So that is the power of just literally grabbing a pen, grabbing a piece of paper, and sharing, just you and that book, that whatever you want it to be. And so I suggest you go out this week, you grab a book, you write journaling on it, it's going to be your new journal, and you start sharing these things, your own experiences with this book, your own feelings, and see how it changes your life.